Alzheimer's Disease by Mason Mansfield. My thesis statement is that Alzheimer's disease is becoming more and more common and the effects are irreversible as of right now. What is Alzheimer's disease? It is a type of dementia that causes problems with memory, behavior, and the overall thought process. It is the most common form of dementia. It is the sixth leading cause of death in the United States, and it is a progressive disease, which means that the dementia symptoms will worsen over time. What causes Alzheimer's disease? It is a combination of genetic, lifestyle, and environmental factors that affect the brain over time. The exact causes of Alzheimer's are not yet fully understood, but at its core are problems with brain proteins that fail to function properly. Less than 1% of the time, Alzheimer's is caused by specific genetic mutations that guarantee a person to develop the disease. Effects on the brain. Plaques. Beta amyloid is a leftover fragment of a larger protein. When these fragments cluster together, they appear to have a toxic effect on neurons and disrupt cell-to-cell communication. These clusters form larger deposits called amyloid plaques. Tangles. Tau proteins play a part in a neuron's internal support and transport system to carry nutrients and other essential materials. In Alzheimer's disease, tau proteins change shape and organize themselves into structures called neurofibrillary tangles. These tangles disrupt the transport system and are toxic to cells. As you can see on the right, the picture shows what a normal symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. Memory loss is the most common symptom of Alzheimer's disease. Others include challenges in planning or solving problems, difficulty completing familiar tasks at home or work, confusion with time or place, changes in mood and personality, as well as difficulty. Stages of Alzheimer's disease. There are a total of 3 stages of Alzheimer's. The stages are mild, moderate, and severe. Mild Alzheimer's disease. Mild is when the individual can still function independently, but family or friends can begin to notice difficulties. An example of this stage is short-term memory loss. Moderate Alzheimer's disease. Moderate is when the dementia symptoms are more pronounced. This is the longest stage and it can last for many years. As the disease progresses, the person with Alzheimer's will require a greater level of care. Severe Alzheimer's disease. Severe is the final stage of this disease. Individuals lose the ability to respond to their environment and eventually lose the ability to control their movement as well. Early onset Alzheimer's. Many people with early onset are in their 40s to 50s. They have families, careers, or are even caregivers themselves. In the United States, it is estimated that approximately 200,000 people have early onset. When Alzheimer's disease is caused by deterministic genes, it is called familial Alzheimer's disease, and many family members in multiple generations can be affected by this. Risk factors. An increase of age is the greatest known risk factor for Alzheimer's. People who have had a severe head trauma have a greater chance of developing the disease. The disease is not a normal part of aging, but the risk of developing it increases dramatically after the age of 65. Those cures and treatments. Currently, there is no cure for Alzheimer's disease. There are many drugs out there that are used to maintain mental function, manage behavioral symptoms, and slow down the symptoms of disease. Conclusion. Alzheimer's disease is growing at an alarming rate. It is the most common form of dementia, and currently there is no known cure for the disease.